topic is Active Directory migration along with DHCP migration. Now anyone here can ask me a question, why you are doing these two in the same practicals. Let's understand the scenario. Nowadays every company migrating their 2012 to 2016, okay, so or 2019, which is better for you, because every operating system Microsoft will provide support. In that case you have to migrate your domain controller from lower to higher versions. Now Active Directory migration, little bit of fine, no problem. So there's a couple of steps you can migrate your domain controller 2012 to 2019 or 16. But what about the current features which is installed on the old domain controller? Let's say this 2012 domain controllers that, you know, hold on. So in 2012 domain controllers, the DHCP role is there. So what you need to do, along with domain controller migration, before the AD migration, you have to, you know, transfer this role to your 2019 domain controllers. Okay, so that you can do after migration. That's not a big deal, but anyhow you have to move along with your client machines. Okay, along with your client machines, because your client machines also pointing to your 2012 domain controller itself. In that case, if you stop these servers and pointing to AD, transfer the AD to the particular servers, how this client will know? Got my point? So you have to transfer the resources to the new domain controllers. Clear? For this entire activity, you need to have a end-to-end planning. If anything wrong in the plan, it can destroy your infrastructures. Clear? Is that clear?
Yeah.
Perfect. So in that case,
I have just one small question.
Yes, please.
So in this case, you will transfer the DHCP role first, or you will transfer the FSMA role first, and then you will transfer how it works?
How, if you tell me if I transfer the DHCP role fast, now tell me how I do that fast if I do not have the 2019 domain controller.
Yeah, right.
Whenever you ask question, just validate the things that will that feasible for you. If your question will be now validate, if you validate your question, if you ask the valid question, then means you are knowledgeable.
No, the reason why I asked, I thought because if it is possible, we can create a separate DHCP, server.
Did I say ever that you have a separate DHCP server? What I told your DHCP is configured on domain controllers. Now there is no question about the DHCP transfer on another servers. Then the practical will not showing you there. Got it? I am telling you about the DHCP perspective, because this domain controller, small organization, they do not have more than 1 or 2 domain controllers, right? So 1 or 2 domain controller, they configure the DHCP from there. You have to understand all these things: large environment, small environment, mid-cap environment, everywhere. So small environment, they configure the DHCP from their domain controllers. Now while you upgrade this domain controller to 2019, you have to transfer the feature over there. Got it? And not only this, all this exclude to the new domain controllers, because here there is no question about the servers. They are using the domain controller as a server. So the new DHCP server will be a new domain controller. So first I do the AD migration, then I transfer the DHCP, then all those steps. So the scenario is, Scenario is I have one domain controller, 12012 DC with DHCP installed. What I need to do? Will migrate the DC, will migrate the AD from 2012 to 2016, right? Next is prerequisites. What are the prerequisites required? First is will install 2019 server, join 2019 server into the existing domain. Clear? After that, mount 2019 ISO image on 2012 domain controller. Then upgrade schema schema from 2012, that means 69, which is the current schema version of 2012, to 86, which is on 88, I guess 88, which is on 2019. Okay. By AD prep domain prep and forest prep. Once the schema upgrade has been done, then we'll promote 2019 domain controller as ADC, additional domain controller. Okay. After that, role transfer. From 2012 to 2016. After DHCP migration from to 2016. After demote, after power off, DC, after power on, and finally demote and decom 2012 DC. Is that clear? In middle there is also options client IP testing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Total 19 phase. It's our core planning part. Clear? If anything goes wrong.
Is it 2019 or 2016? I mean, it is you are installing 2019 server or 2016?
Sorry, I'm wrong. It should be 2019.
Oh, so everywhere where it will be 2019, right? 2012 to 2019 everywhere.
See, right now, do you know the current version of Windows Server running in the market? Latest
No.
versions,
2022, right?
latest 2022 comes in the market. Prior to that 2019, still organizations is trying on 2016. So now in that scenario, if you going to migrate your AD, so which version is suitable for you? Definitely 2019, because 2012 it's not yet finalized and might be a beta versions. So if you go with 2016 and then 2019, will it be feasible for you? After maybe 4, 5, 6 years, Microsoft will go and decommission 2016. Then again you have to jump 2019. So why not you directly jump on 2019? Clear?
Okay.
Yeah. I had one more question. Do we have to check the system configuration also, like we check in Windows 10 whether uh, system configuration is compatible with the new server?
See, you are telling something for Microsoft, you are doing something for Microsoft. What?
Like normally when we install a new version of software, I'm sorry, operating system, we check the system
It is not
requirement.
the software, brother. It is a domain migration.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I mean to say, you're installing a new operating system for the Windows, right? A server.
It's not the operating system. Again, I'm telling you, it's a domain migration.
So, is there any system requirement for 2019 or no? It's the same, like same for 2012, same for 2019.
If the domain counter running on 2012, it is feasible to run 2019. It's clear and simple. But if there is a system is a concern, then I mentioned the system things we have to check.
Okay,
Did I
okay,
ever
understood.
mention?
Okay, understood. Yeah.
You are doing something, you are cooking like biryani, or I am cooking like biryani to give it to you. You are thinking like puri sabji.
No, I thought like if there is any system requirements, you have to check first in order
No.
to install.
If you the domain counter running 2012, it's very good enough to run on 2019 as well.
Okay. Yeah.
So let's start. Client machines. It's a very vast activity. I'm not sure will it work by today or not. Let's see. Try to complete this. So IP is there. I just have to make sure. DC 2012. Okay. So what I need to do, I'll install, first I'll install the Active Directory. Okay, fine. Then directly what I need to do, I will go promote the server to a domain controller. My domain name is bt.com. Okay, hopefully the domain controller is done. Let's log in it. And then I will create the one users. DHCP admin. It can be any person name, no matter. After that, I'll give them domain admin rights. Okay, I give them domain admin rights. Clear? Then what I need to do, I will log in and log off as domain admin. DHCP admin. I logged as a DHCP admin. Very good. Now what I need to do, I will install and configure the DHCP role. I will do and commit changes. Okay. So my DHCP server integrated with AD, and or you can say my DHCP server is AD authorized. If you directly go DHCP mgmt.msc, you will find out the DHCP is on authorized in AD. See, now it's showing unauthorized, that means it is authorized. Clear? Now what I need to, I will create one scope, new scope. Let's say scope -1, next 10 10.10. 10 is my domain controller IP, so I'll give it them 11. 10.11. See, so next, and I put the IP address 10.10.10.12. So I will reserve this IP address. Okay. So to some other purpose, for future purpose, I am reserving this IP address. The IP address range is not subset of the overall range. 10, 10, 10, 11. Oh, sorry. It will be around 30. 30. And I am exclude this IP address due to some other issue, other purpose. Click on next. No, I do not have any router, so next, and you can see the DNS IP address is there. Clear? Next, finish. So my scope is ready. So I'll go to reconcile, sorry, I'll go to deactivate and then activate. So my scope is ready. Scope is ready. So this is my client machines. Let's see the client, how the client get IP address from here. So you have a more than 2 client 14, you may 10, 15, how many clients are there? It will get connected from DHCP server and get the IP address. Let's see. ipconfig /release oh sorry, why? Because static IP already there, static IP address already there, so I have to uncheck this. And then I will do renew. Once I do the renew, let's see, will it catch the traffic or not? Yes. Is this catch that IP 10.10.10.11? Let's see who is my DHCP server. ipconfig /on. I can see this is my DHCP server 10.10.10.10. Definitely that means domain controller. This was my current setup. Now my company owners need that enter setups will be migrated to 2019. So in that scenario, what you need to do? Nothing. First create one server which is on 2019. Clear? So first steps I'm going to perform, that is will install 2019 server. Let's do that. Go to new servers, next. From here I will pick the 2019. This is my 2019 ISO. Next. Probably it will be not there, so we'll mark it 2016, but it will be 2019. Okay. So DC underscore 2019. Location will be on E drive. It's by default it will show with UEFI. Do not go with UEFI, go to BIOS. Here I will take 4 gigs of RAM. It's required because 2019, and it will take 50. Fair enough. Store, finish. So let's make it power on. So I can join this machine to the domain because it's already getting IP, DNS, all those stuffs. So DHCP machine I can join into the domain. There's no such a hard coding. So go to the properties, computer name, and I put them client -01, domain is bt.com. I can use DHCP admin. Client machine. Okay. Let's join seed. So my client machine joint domain while he is in DHCP is getting ID. It's purely on corporate policy because all the client machine in the corporate are connected through DHCP, domain joint client. So same like what I need to do, I will first go and promote the 2019 DC without any issue. Let's do that. So all steps are clear, right? Everyone having any problems, you can ask me question. Everyone is in the same page? Any doubt?
Yes. I had a small question actually.
Yes, please.
Yeah, so if you join DC 12 and DC 2019, and obviously for replication you have to leave it for some time, right? For all the data to replicate. So if we leave it as it like that and we do not promote 2019 as a main domain controller, will it make any any problem, any error, something like that?
Does anyone answer this question, Gloria? Just provide the solution what he asking.
I'm not getting your question. Can you please repeat?
Yeah, sure. I said that normally we are adding 2019 as an additional domain controller.
No, we are not adding to DC19 as an additional domain controller. We are promoting it. We are demoting and we will be migrating it.
Yeah, but for that, first we have to add the machine as an additional domain controller to the bt.com, right? So for replication, it will take time. See, we are doing it as a, we don't have any data, but normally for additional domain controller to replicate all the files and everything, it will take some time, right? We'll have to leave, leave for at least for one or 2 days. And after that only we can demote 2012 from a main domain controller to to additional domain controller, anything like that, and then we can remove it. But my question is that if we leave it like that, will that make any problem? If we do not remove it from the system, will that create any problem?
What, Gloria? What is the answer?
Actually, I didn't get his question. What he's saying actually means it is we are promoting it. I mean, we are migrating it to 2019.
No, first of all, tell me, do you understand what I'm trying to go in today? If you understand well, then you will try to understand well to your subordinate. Now, first of all, tell me, according to the plan, what I am trying to show you, do you understand what I am trying to do? Hey, Blessom, can you please guide Gopal what he is asking? Can you please tell him what exactly is requirement? Blessom? Are you there?
Hello,
so what Gopal asking, can you please guide him? What is the solution?
Yeah, he's asking will there be any problem if that server after the migration, right? Is it right, Gopal?
Yeah, right.
No, we are promoting the server to the 2019 from 2016 or 2012. We have to make sure it is up and running fine and it is connected to the domain controller properly, and DHCP services are running. We are responsible for the newly migrating server.
Yeah, I'm
Am
also
I?
saying the same thing. See, what I said that after promoting 2019 as a main domain controller instead of
Okay.
additional to the main domain controller, if we
Okay.
leave it, if we do not demote 2012,
How you can
do not remove it
migrating?
from system. I mean to say, if we do not remove it from system, will that create any problem? Because anyways, once we remove the roles from 2012, like all
Then
the SMA
yes,
roles, we
if
remove
we
it.
are removing the roles means it's demoting it. We are decommissioning that particular server. There is if that's the process which we are doing now. You are asking the same question again
Gopal,
because we
Gopal and
that's
Gloria,
you continue.
Gopal and Gloria, both I'm telling you, you guys please check the plan properly. The question you are asking, it's totally, one thing you do not understand well, and Gloria not yet concentrated. That is the result actually, what I understood. What I'm clearly mentioned, we'll install the 2019 server first, then I join 2019 server into an existing domain. That means this is my domain computer, not the domain controllers. After that, I will mount 2019 ISO image on 2019 domain controller, then upgrade schema from 69 to 18. Anyhow, it is schema upgrade part. Next is what? Next, I will promote 2019 domain controller to an as a additional domain controller. Then, did you understand role transfer from 2012 to 2016? If I transfer this, so actually I am implanting the heart of 2012 to 2016. After that, DHCP, I am doing DHCP migration from 2012 to 2016. Then once the client is testing, then I am going to power off to check the dependency. Now tell me what you showing and how you know is there any lagging that after getting power off it will be problem. For that only we are doing the testing now. If we find any problems, we'll make the power and shut out that issue. I am doing the planning, it's just not like you say the planning in the air. Yes, it's like a planning. No, planning will be end to end. If you follow the planning, then this question will never ask. Gloria, please
I'm asking the same
concentrate.
thing. Once you power off the domain controller,
That is I'm telling you now, what you are thought in your mind, that will be confirmed once the domain controller is power off. We will check the dependency, we will check that client will get authenticate, if the client will get IP address, over the new IP address, DHCP is working, domain is working, then only once you confirm, then only go for this DC decommission. So you have these two have very significant.
so normally how much time do we have to wait? Like normally what we are doing right now, we don't have.
So if we transfer this role, if we see this is a normal fresh domain controller at the domain size, that active directory size is very less. It is not like a big organization. If big organization, it will take time because once the domain controller completely promote all the replication on that particular domain controller. Clear? So for that is a mention now. Will promote 2019 domain controller. So whatever the replication time will take, it will take and create the 2019 domain controller.
Okay. So how much time normally we have to wait approximately?
Again, same mal question. How much time it will take to promote?
So if it is a big company, we have to wait for around 48 hours.
That is I'm telling you now, it is depend. In my current organization, it will take 24 hours. Sometimes it will take 48 hours. Because the database size is huge, you cannot set the definite time. Here the database is very small and it will take within a minute or 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
Okay. Yeah.
Simple blind questions you are asking, Gopal.
And one more last question. When you took on the 2012 DC, do we have to like clean up like metadata cleanup or something, or we can just leave
Oh
like?
my God.
Just asking. It's not.
Why you are asking? My question, why you are asking? When we do the metadata cleanup? When we do the metadata cleanup, Gopal? Every practicals of metadata cleanup I told that's whenever the DC is crashed, then only we'll do the metadata cleanup. Normal DC demotion. Why should I go do the metadata cleanup? Tell me. What is the purpose of metadata cleanup? Last, not a single video you watched.
No, I have watched.
Then why you are asking the metadata cleanup? What is the purpose of metadata cleaning up here?
Okay. Now I thought like if we.
I am telling you DC decommission. When metadata cleanup required, Gopal, tell me which scenario metadata cleanup required?
if the server fails and
Then why you are asking here? Is any server getting failed here?
no.
Then
Okay.
whenever again I'm telling you, even you are going to interview, if you ask any kind of slot lagging question, they will simple kick off from the interview panel. I'm telling you.
No, that is why I'm asking you, so that I shouldn't fumble.
If you ask me, I will give you every time same answer, but your habit will never change. I'm telling you. Your habit will never change. If I tell you 10 times, 15 times, 16 times, again you will ask the same question. Why? Because you have not watched the video, not do the practice. That is why you are asking. And Gloria, not seen that video, not even watch the classes. That's clearly decided here. That is why I told Gloria to guide him.
No, actually I wasn't getting his question, that's why.
No. If he whatever he asking ABCD, that I know. But you should avoid that plan. You just tell him, just watch, just see that planning. In this planning, it's clearly mentioned that role transfer 2012 to 2016. Now, if you transfer the role and then you demote the servers, or if you power off the server, will that make any problems? Because the role already migrated to another domain controllers. And however, I have mentioned that will power off 2012 TC. Why? For testing purpose. After confirmation, then we will power on the domain controller. So in these steps, if you watch carefully, the answer will be there. Why not this kind of intelligence do you guys have? Not all time I will be there whenever you in the front of the interview. Silly question they will ask you, you will miss. An opportunity will be missed. Learn, everyone I'm telling you, please learn and practice, then only you will be guys are, mature enough. Gopal, whatever the question asking, just because of he not watch any videos, not even study anything. That is why you are asking this kind of mal question. I'm not telling you to stop asking questions.
Remember everything. Like, you can ask me any question.
If you remember, then what purpose you ask question, that metadata cleanup required. I have clearly mentioned we will demote the systems. Metadata cleanup is required whenever the domain controller is crashed or it do not have any existence. Then cleanup is required. You are cleaning it, you are just going to demote. It's a plan activity.
After demoting, we have to delete 2012, right?
That's not a metadata cleanup. That's a server wipeout.
Okay, I did not know about that. Sorry.
Simple.
But it's a metadata cleanup only we will use to delete everything. That is it.
Oh my god. Okay, let's 2019. It's getting in the domain. So here when I create the DHCP scope, one of the IP I was exclude, right? You heard, remembered or not? Let's see. One of the IP I was exclude there, right? Anyway, so IP is 2012. Okay, so 1011 I will go and create the static IP. DHCP cannot be, domain controller cannot be run on DHCP IP address. Please remember.
12 I think you have excluded.
Exactly. That is why, because the DHCP server won't give that IP to anyone. Clear? The intention was that. So that is my DC 2019 and domain is bt.com. Here DHCP admin. Welcome to the bt.com. Just I joined this 2019 as a domain computer, not domain controller. Clear? Keep it in mind. Okay? Perfect. Now what we need to do? I will add a 2019 image to that particular 2012 servers. Go to CD, ISO image, browse, D drive 2019. Okay. So now what I need to do?
Why do we have to add this image?
Because I am going to prepare the schema, because right now I am showing you regedit. Here in regedit we have a current control set, sorry, HK local machine, systems, current control set, services, NTDS. Yeah. So NTDS, if you click on NTDS, parameters, and you find the schema version. So it is not currently 45s. Okay, 2012 it is 45. Okay, so and if we not upgrade the versions, not only the versions, it's like forest functionality, domain functionality, that preparation from the schema level, it will create a problem while you migrate from 2012 to 2019. They can automatically done this, that's not a big deal, but it is recommended. You need one to 2019 image, and from there you need to run the forest prep, domain prep. Clear? But for that only, you must have the schema admin. Clear? You must have the schema admin, because you are actually doing a schema upgradation. So I am going to dsa.msc, and here users, DHCP admin, member of schema. So he is a part of schema admin and enterprise admin. Enterprise admin. Clear? Now what I need to do? It's on D drive, right? So open command prompt, run as administrator, go to D drive, and you go to, let's open support, okay, and edit prep. So you have to select these options, copy, paste. You can run the command cd. So you are in edit prep command, cls, and you run the edit prep. So once you run the editprep.exe, you will find that these options. So what you need to do? You will first do editprep forest prep and editprep domain prep. Okay. Just run this command. First editprep forest prep. Okay, so it's saying the user is not a part of enterprise admin group. I have already added, but until and unless I go to the log off, it will won't affect. So go log off and then log in again. Again I open the command prompt, d colon, okay, in d colon I'll go cd dir, put the command dir. So I'll go to support. How I go? Put cd mark support. Clear? And then I will go cd ad prep folders. Clear? Then ad prep exe. Clear? Now let's do the same things here. What we do, I'll first run the ad prep forest prep. That time it was showing that member is be the part of the enterprise admin. Right now it is trying to do this. Anything wrong here, simple, your domain will be finished. So be careful while doing this. Any kind of problems if you have in that scenario, you may leave your jobs. Simple, I'm telling you. Enter enterprise will be crack if anything goes wrong. Don't be hurry in this time, it will take time. Don't be restart, don't be disconnected your domain controller, nothing, just keep idle. It is actually doing preparation for your migration in the back end. If all domain controllers in the forest run Windows Server 23 and later you want to upgrade the schema, confirm by typing C. So put the command C and then press enter. So now see, current schema version is 69, upgrading schema to version 88 as I told. Verifying file signature. So command has completed successfully. ADPrep successfully upgraded the forest wide information. Clear? Next is what we will done, domain prep. ADPrep successfully upgraded the domain wide information as well. So no further need domain prep. Simple, go and exit. Next is what? Next is you have to go and promote your 2019 domain controllers. There is nothing big deals. So join as DHCP admin. dc_2019bt.com. Okay. So now it promote the server to a domain controller. So as is the same domain, we are going to promote additionally. Okay, so where we are now, we have will install 2019 server, join 2019 server into the existing domain, mount 2019 ISO image, upgrade schema from here, will promote 2019 domain controller here. Now what is need to do? Before role transfer, I will do the DHCP migration, or I will first transfer the role first. Yes, I will transfer the role from 2012 to 2016. Gloria? Gloria?
Yes.
Guide me how I can transfer the role.
Yes. First, we have to go to and netem query FSMO, and we will see in which DC the roles are there.
That's we cannot mention. We know everyone that 2020 will have the roles. Now guide me how I can transfer it.
Okay. Just go to the command prompt and I'll take it.
So let's join the machine into the, let's log in the machine and find out everything is okay or not. So after that, what I need to do, I'll check, and first I'll open the dsa.msc. This is very important. If this is open, fine. Maximize all those stuffs, computers, domain controllers, everything is okay. Then trying to open dns-mgmt.msc, which is very mandatory, because if anything goes wrong or any kind of replication lagging or replication not yet complete, as Gopal mentioned, so the DNS-mgmt will not open, right? So it is working very fast because my database is nothing, it's simple, okay. If it is a large database, then it will be taking huge time for replication. And the second thing is what? You need to go event viewers, and check anything kind of problem happen in the Active Directory end. So where you have to go? Applications, and then you have to go, directory service, and check anything, any criticality, any error, something else or not. If not, then we can go to go. Next is role transfer. Okay, Gloria, tell me how I can do that.
Yes, go to the PowerShell.
PowerShell, okay.
And run as administrator, and then we have to go to NTDS util.
NTDS util, okay.
Then help.
Out.
Then roles.
Roles. Then
help.
Help. Then
connections.
Connections. Then
again help.
So you target help very far. All these steps you are targeting help. Very clever. Okay, fine. Next.
Connect to server and the DC name. Connect to server.
And DC name is, let's say, what is my DC name? First name. DC 2019. DC underscore 2019, right? Okay,
then quit.
Lovely. Next.
Then again help.
Very good. Then
transfer any role like schema master or schema master.
very good.
Yes.
Good. Very good. Appreciate.
And then again transfer like PTC or ID master.
Appreciate.
Then PTC. Then naming master.
Then
And then infrastructure master.
very good. How I know that goals is moved or not?
We can check with the NetDump query FSMO that whether the roles have been transferred or not.
Very good, very good. Lovely, awesome. Give a clap for Gloria. Very good. Very good. Okay, Gopal, tell me what is the problem with this command? What is the problem in the command?
It says parameter is incorrect.
I am asking what is the problem with this command?
I
bottom help for more information. The parameter is incorrect. Net DOM query QUERY FSMO. What is not taking anything wrong? Okay, let's run this machine here. Net DOM QUERY FSMO. Okay, so all the roles are running on 2019 BT domain controllers. Okay, net DOM query FSMO. Might be some problem here. Okay, leave it. So my all the AD roles are transferred to 2019. Now what I need to do? What is the remaining part? Role transfer done. Now I am going to do the DHCP migration. This is very critical jobs. What I need to do? I'll first go to DHCP servers. So here DHCP mgmt.msc, because DHCP there, clear. So here enter the things I will migrate. So what I need to do? Before perform, I'm telling you, before perform anything, you need to have a backups. That is mandatory things I'm telling you. Because before even you perform this Active Directory migration, you have to take the system state backup. Because anything goes wrong, you will be finished. So simple, as I'm doing to do DHCP migration, so I'll take the DHCP backup. Where the backup going to store? Definitely on DHCP folders under System32. Clear? Click on OK. I have a DHCP backup, so there is no tension. Close this window and open PowerShells. Put the command netsh, and then you put the command dhcp. Here is the some advertisement, something like that, so ignore it. We'll put the command server. Okay, then you put the command help. Here are a hell lot of options. You can take backup, you can delete, take an export. So what I need to do, will go the export. So it is telling export configuration of the server. The command is incoming. The possible completions are export. So we'll do export, then do the path. I'll do the command export on C drive. dhcp underscore config and put the parameter all. The requested operation require elevation or run as administrator. Very good. So again I am showing you run as administrator. Then I will go to netsh, put the command dhcp, put the command server, and then we'll do export. As I have only C drive, so I'll put the command C drive, and I'll make the name of this export file name is dhcp underscore config. Clear? Clear? And the parameter shell all. So it is fetching the entire configuration in C drive as a name dhcp underscore config. Perfect. So let's go to there. We'll find out it is 23 KB. So what you need to do, you will just copy that path and paste it to the domain files so that everyone can share. So Windows sysvol bt.com policy, sorry, script, or you can I can put them on the script. Fine. Now go to, and here don't forget to stop the DHCP service or else it will create a problem. So go to dhcp-mgmt.msc. You will see there DHCP there. Here directly select your 27 server and then stop the service. Simple stop the service. Clear? DHCP service is stopped. Perfect. Go to 2019 domain controllers and install DHCP role over there. Server manager. Then I will go to complete DHCP configuration. Next, I will do the commit changes. Close. So open DHCP MGMT again. DHCP mgmt.msc. So DHCP installed there. So here what I need to do, I will collect my backup from there. Okay, from where I have to go, open bt.com, then I paste the file on netlogon and this is my files. Okay, so make it cart, paste it on C drive. Clear? Why it is not copying? Okay. Okay. So after that, what I need to do, I will cut the files and paste into C drive. Fine. Okay. So mark the DHCP migration from here. So this step is going, this phase we are going. So this is I'm making star. This step is going. Next is what? I will go and run computer. No. Sorry, Windows PowerShell admin and put the command netsh. After that DHCP, after that server, after that help, and then instead of export we will do import with parameter C colon, what is the file name, DHCP config, and simple enter, nothing you need to do. So the configuration is importing to our DHCP database. It will take, because large DHCP database, it will definitely take time, but don't worry, we have a backup. Okay. So after that you need one restart. So that you can go shutdown -r -f -t -00.
It has to be SHUD.
Oh, sorry. What makes a problem? shutdown minus R minus F minus T happen 0 0. The following command not found. Shutdown. Oh, sorry. I'll there. So I have to quit from there. Then put the command shutdown minus R minus F minus T hyphen 0 0. Now my 2019 DC will be a champ now, right now. Okay, let's open the DHCP. Did my scope come? Wow, awesome. My scopes are there. Very good. Perfect, as it is. Now what to do? Now I'm doing client testing, client IP testing. So this is my client machines. So what I need to do? Hold on, just a minute. Fine, I'm back. So let's do the client machine test. Go to the send control delete. And run the command. Now, as you know, the last it was taking IP from DC 2012. So DC 2012 DHCP service is stopped. So what I need to do, I will do the IP config / release and then IP config / renew. Let's see from where he take his DHCP IP. Yeah, excellent. He again getting his IP 10.10.11, but let's see who is the DHCP server. IP config / all. See, this time he is getting his server from 12, which is my 2019 domain controller. Clear? Is that clear? Is that clear, everyone?
Yes.
Let's see that 2012 is my 2019 domain controller. So now what I need to do, so my client IP testing has done successfully. I'll simple power off 2012 DC, simple power off, and now again I will do the same kind of testings, log in, log off, something kind of that. It's called provision period. It's called provision period. In provision period, just for the testing purpose that you are able to log in or something else, any kind of problems. So your application will, any kind of problems, any kind of application they have hard coded, it will create a problems. So let's see he will get the IP address or not. So let's log off and then logged in again. If you are not able to log in, then definitely there is a problem. So in that case, again you have to make the power on. Now Gloria, Blessen, Sunil and Gopal, tell me, what could be the problems? What could be the problems that the machine will not able to log in? If anyone tell me the question, I am telling you that guaranteedly you guys will get the jobs. If you answer this question, what is my mistakes that the machine will not able to get the login? Why? What is the problem? Because role already there, but the machine will not able to connect. Why? What could be the reason? Do you know the reason? Machine is by chance logged in, okay, because PD simulator getting fine, but in general it will not able to log in. My question, why? The answer is because this machine, it's getting IP from DHCP. Now what are the DNS you have mentioned there? Open DHCP mgmt.msc. So basically this was the highly chance that the machine was not able to log in. Okay, so go to the properties, DNS, server options, DNS server. So here, see, still it is on 10.10.10.10. So you have to space the specific IP address, that is 10.10.10.12. Okay, you have to add them and you have to remove the 10. Clear? Is that clear? Now
We have to manually remove it and add, right?
Exactly. Now everything is quite normal. Okay. So my client machine this time, if I going to log off, let's see how we'll get the IP address. Then if I going to now see very fast it is getting logged, no waiting, nothing else. Now what I need to do, I will first make the server again power on. So right now we are on the last phase. Okay, that is also done. After power on, finally we will demote the domain controller. So this is very significant steps for final DC decommission. Clear? This is a major activity, and this kind of practicals, this kind of activity will generally do it as a SME. Not everyday's activity, but it's quite be very risky and very kind of dedicated jobs. Once the companies go for the migration or something like that, any kind of migration is very risky. It's a huge operations. So any kind of plan failures, or if you have a problem or gap in your plan, it can be destroy your infrastructure. So before doing this migration, you have to make sure that end to end you have built successfully. Because here I am showing you, here is in testing purpose. Nothing can be damaged because all are test servers. But the same things, if you are doing on production, there is a hell lot of difference. There's a many things can be happen. You can see the huge error logs. Even you can see the DHCP is not getting authorized. You will see that it will take some time. So you have to troubleshoot, and you have to step by steps you will do. So enter the things I show you in the 1 hour 40 minutes, I guess. 1 hour 40 minutes I have done entire the things. Now the last thing is that we have to remove the demote that 2020 domain controllers, and finally delete from the list.
I had a small question. Once you switch off the DSCP server, will that not create a problem because people will not get the IP address to log in, right?
It's very sad, Gopal. Why you are asking this question, I don't know. Gloria, please tell him what is the answer. Gloria, tell me the answer. What Gopal is asking.
What are you asking? If
I asked that as we have switched off the DSCP in order to transfer DSCP server, in order to transfer the DSCP server roles to 2019 domain controller. So in that period, like the time it is switched off, will that not create a problem? Because like it will take some time to transfer the roles and everything for DSCP roles as well. So for that period of time, will that not create a problem? Anything like that?
no, it will not create a problem.
It will not create a problem, Gloria? Yes, Gopal, it will create a problem, but you are already taking a downtime. While you are doing this migration, you definitely have a downtime from your business. So everything end-to-end customer will aware that something DHCP migration going on along with doing migration, so will not be able to log in or something might face a problem. So every stakeholder know that. So it is a go ahead from everyone end. That is why you are moving this activity. Clear and simple.
Okay.
Okay. So now what I need to do? I will go first. I'll go to here and then manage. Then first I remove the roles. What roles I will uninstall first? I'll first uninstall DHCP role because that is not required right now. Because DHCP server successfully migrated, then no need to. First uninstall this DHCP first. Perfect. Next, what you need to do, you will go manage, remove roles and features. Next, first uncheck Active Directory domain services. It will create a problems. It's saying that you have to demote. Yeah, click on demote this domain controller. Check the option force removal of this domain controller. Proceed with removal and put the password, that is your administrative password, local administrative password, because after you uninstall this you will be able to log in as a local administrator, remember. So that is your local administrator password. Don't forget whatever you are giving, and we will demote that. And our role change progress on this computer needs to be restarted. Okay, so you have to restart your systems, because as you have done this, DHCP uninstallation, so it is required. So it's successfully demoted. Next, again I will do tools, manage, removal rule features. Okay, it will take restart. Okay. So this machine, it's just like a flat. It's a local, AD role has been successfully uninstalled. Now all those stuffs are clean up. We have to log in locally. Administrator. Just uninstall the roles. And practical is ended. Once it is done, just tell your Windows Server team to release the IP, tell your antivirus team to release the server from antivirus, tell your monitoring team to release the server from monitor, and then finally wipe out the servers. Just simply go power off and then delete the disk server from disk. Remove. Clear? So this is how today we did the practicals. And this practical is total standing on this kind of dedicated plannings. Clear? Any doubt?
No.
Okay guys, I have a next batch within 5 minutes, so I have to leave. Any question, please ask, or else I have to stop and submit the video.